Peace and good morning. Like to show you part of my New York May Never Come Back series. Some of these businesses that were vacated. I just showed you two, and the reason that that's important is because this is like that up there. All those lights you see is like the Times Square. This right here is Fifth Avenue and 42nd Street, prime real estate in Manhattan. Look, that's the Grace Building. This is Bryant Square Park. This right here, around the corner from this building, or actually this building that's scaffolded, is right around the corner is HBO headquarters. Like fucking and those first two buildings that I just showed you, the one that was boarded up, and the other one that said Metro but it said available. Those were available. Like they were like either boarded up, closed down forever, or trying to find a new tenant, if you will. But you're seeing a lot of that in this area, like in this is like the heart of Manhattan, like fucking but also what you're seeing is not so much here, but like right up the way, like, and I mentioned this in past videos, is the prostitution problem that you're seeing in this area. And I wish I could show you more now, but I think at first what I was seeing was like and you still see it now, like pimps recruiting like women around here, because the hotels around here, since there's no clientele, the city has like propped them up, and like I guess to promote social distancing and like the battered women's shelters and whatnot, they started renting out rooms here. See, this is all the theater district closed. This is available by that same company. And this is like smack dab like the real like Times Square. Look, all this shit's closed. Like the old BB King's historic spot closed. The Regal Cinema temporarily closed. This spot, Modell's, the most famous Modell's like in the country, closed. The everything except for that Five Guys right there, all this shit is closed. Every business you see there closed. But what I was saying was that since and this area right like here was like on the come up, like one block off of Times Square, like they were like trying to come down here and make this like a little extension of Times Square. You can see what this looks like. Ain't no look. That idea probably lasted one storefront. Like this shit looks dim as hell. But this area here is like the area that's starting to become like messed up. Look, more closed shit. See, it says coming soon. Like that's a eyeglasses place. Like we'll see if that materializes. Like that's probably not gonna open up. But I wish I could show you more, man, because this is usually a lot more bums, like in this area. There's usually one that I see like right here all the time. Oh look, another closed business right there. But the what I was saying too is the whole like pimps recruiting broads and make them prostitutes from these battered women's shelter. So I mean, like maybe like the cops like started coming through and shutting that down, but they ain't selling ass like right outside those places. Those are like women, like I'm pretty sure like that you would call and like they would bring them to you. A lot of prostitution is done that way. Even like low level prostitution that's run by like Mexicans in my old neighborhood, Sunset Park. They would bring broads right to you, and it was like cheap too. It was like $30 or something. And not that I've never paid for the ass, bro. Like, you know, but in the classical sense, I'd never paid for the ass. Like, you know, I paid for a date. Not know like shit that I said was a date and I paid for ass. No, I've gone on a date with women. Like, I see, like, this is like, you know, just to show you, this is kind of like where I came from, like, you know, like heart of Manhattan, like type shit. This is where that building you see here is like where The Weeknd had that the performance at the MTV Awards on that rooftop. It's called the Edge, the little rooftop shit. But yeah, so so I think that maybe the reason why you're not seeing it out there is maybe they finally decided to crack down on it a little bit and not let them like be out there like recruiting the girls in the street as much, or like have the girls like sell ass in the street. Maybe they stopped that short term, but it could also be that the pimps probably got their fill of women. They probably got like enough to where they're overstocked, if you will. I don't know, but damn, overstocked on broads. But what do you call it? And the reason that I make that video about like New York not coming back, or it's important in the sense that like New York is considered the you know, financial hub of the world, like, or like one of them between London, New York, and it's either the city of London and New York that are like these financial hubs. And when you have one with cancerous spots in the sense of like storefronts that are closed and maybe not have a really good shot at coming back, you know, it should be indicative of what's happening countrywide, like as far as with the finances of this country. And a lot of you may know like where my political allegiance lied, like as far as who I voted for, but my political allegiance lies with nobody, like, you know. But you know, dismiss me if you want, like, because of my political allegiance or where I voted. But you know, if you take my advice and take heed and cover yourself and invest in physical assets, you know, you may be able to circumvent abject disasters. But if you you know, think shit is all good and take your stimmy and buy a few trinkets that that make you look like you're balling like that, but you still made just little enough money to qualify for a stimulus check, then, you know, hopefully use that money to repair. But if not, you know, and you buy the trinkets, then you know, you're gonna have to eat trinkets or human manure, God forbid, if this big ass city like that I call home, even though I don't live there any longer, you know, shuts down. I mean, it may be chaotic for the country if something happens, God forbid, with our finances, and we go through some sort of economic crash, and this large, true metropolitan area of the country shuts down, or God forbid, the country shuts down. You know, but let me know what you guys think, man. With that, I'm out.